somehow we're at the end of The Last of Us. It's kind of crazy for me to think that, yeah, we're now at the end. For me personally, this has been a long journey ever since 2023 started. I started the game to prepare for the show. I finished the entire game, and then immediately started the show. And now The Last of Us kick is almost coming to an end. I mean, I still have to play the second game, and that is going on the channel, but yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that now we're at the end. Before we get started with today's final, which I am super excited for, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Check out some of my other videos. I've been grinding a bunch of movie reactions, so you're about to get a few of them. Alex, one final prediction. What do you think we're going to have here in the final of Season 1 of The Last of Us?
Okay. So they're going to get to Salt Lake City.
Okay,
so they're going to get there. And it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. That's all I got to say. Okay?
All right. Maybe this episode's 10 minutes long. Maybe they're like, oh, cool, we're here.
It's going to be, it's 43 minutes, okay? But whatever, I already saw.
I'm a little bit upset about that. I'm a little bit upset.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Really
we'll see how they use the 43 minutes.
Somebody in the work chat today said they heard mixed things about it.
Okay, well...
Which means I have now heard mixed things about it.
Screw your coworker, I guess.
So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Yeah.
I'm excited to finally be here because in the past there were some things I wanted to talk about, but it would lead me to being like, well, where this show was supposed to end, I don't like what they're setting up here, and that would have led me to start spoiling things ahead of time. So I'm just happy to loop it all the way back around once we see what they do here, see how they execute this. And yeah, let's go.
You already know it's coming.
Let's go. I mean, if they do it how it's done,
they're gonna follow the main point of the story.
If they do it how it's done, it will be a thing. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. Woman.
What's this? She's pregnant. She's giving birth right now.
In the middle of a forest.
It's like a quiet place.
Oh, it is like a quiet place.
Right?
Wow, they just stole a bunch from it. So last episode we had Troy Baker who voices Joel in the game, and this is Ashley Johnson who plays Ellie in the game. And
Really?
It's funny to hear her talk right now because she sounds exactly like Ellie. Oh, water broke. Oh, slippery hand. Oh, because of all that birth juice. What the? That zombie is not giving. It followed her all the way from the forest. Oh my god. This is the hardest birth I've ever seen. Oh my god! And the baby came out during all that?
Is this Ellie's birth?
At least she has a knife to cut the thing. Yeah, I believe so.
No way.
Yeah, she was big.
Of course she did. Ellie gave birth to Ellie.
Ellie gave birth to Ellie.
She's gonna die though.
Yeah, looks like it.
What's she gonna do with the baby?
You fucking tell him, Ellie.
She's gotta do something quick.
I think she's got a couple of hours before she starts turning.
Oh, because there's her leg.
It's always a couple of hours. Doesn't matter where you get bit.
It was quicker.
It's the amount of hours gets shorter. I think the shortest she has is maybe like 2 hours.
HBO loves their birth scenes, huh?
Huh?
I said HBO loves the birth scenes.
They're gonna look for every show to be like, how can we get a baby involved? And how can we let a woman give the hardest birth ever imaginable?
House of the Dragon was just brutal.
Yeah, check out our House of the Dragon reactions if you want to see some crazy births be given. That show had...
There was like 3.
2 or 3 of the wildest births you have ever seen.
I think it was at least 3.
Marlene. Yeah. I'm just confused where that zombie came from. You're telling me that zombie followed her...
Wait, how did the zombie get in the house?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Was the zombie already in the house? Chased her through the woods, knew to go into that house, knew to go upstairs. Okay, so it broke through the window. That's what they're trying to tell me. Oh! Did she have that up to her neck?
Yeah, she's ready to do it.
Oh, she was ready to. Her first weapon. Baby's first weapon.
I can't. How long have we known each other?
I don't know. This is exposition dialogue right here. She's gonna through tears to be like, 10
like
years.
House of the Dragon. Yeah, 10 years ago when that happened.
I can't kill you.
No.
Please. Please.
No, Marlene. I tell the guy to do it.
Cover her ears.
don't you like take her downstairs or something?
Oof. Shout out Ashley. Great cameo.
He did not cover her ears.
No, he didn't. He misunderstood the assignment. So Marlene,
So
you, Ellie.
Whose baby are they using here? Yeah. Is this baby getting paid or what?
Beefaroni, Chef Boyardee.
Oh, cool.
We're back to Chef Boyardee.
If you want to beat me at something, it would be this.
Oh, yeah, she's a grown-up, buddy. So
Yeah, her innocence has been completely taken away.
maybe she should read some more jokes.
There's nothing funny about this anymore. Yeah, don't go into that RV. That RV is a fucked place.
They had a guitar in that RV. It's all smashed up, but you want to learn how to play guitar? Ellie?
He's more like, you're my daughter now. Yay, you want to play guitar? I'll teach you. And she's all like, David.
This time I was thinking we'd blast our way through that rubble. I found some dynamite in that RV back there.
What?
No, so we're gonna cut through that building, find a skyscraper, go up
Okay,
and
you
look
got me.
around.
She is not amused.
No, not at all.
Dad?
Get you up there, you can drop that ladder down. Maybe we go through that way. Come on, I'll give you a boost.
It's his number one thing he loves to do. Give Ellie the boost.
Ellie,
Ellie, I can't.
I need to give you a boost, Ellie.
Ellie, I can't go around. Ellie, Ellie, please. You got to get this ladder for me.
Whoa.
Ellie.
Ellie!
She being stupid.
What do you think she saw? Prediction?
Animal? I don't know.
An animal. Yeah, good one. Specific animal?
A squirrel.
How about a giraffe?
I knew it was an animal. Wait.
Yes, we got giraffes. Let's go. Look at that. Definitely a real giraffe. That looks pretty good, actually. For a TV show, yeah.
It doesn't look bad.
If you want to see bad animals in TV shows, The Walking Dead had some of the worst deers you have ever seen in your life.
Now she's happy. Oh, you can ride it too. You can just jump on. You start bleeding out and you fall off the giraffe, it's gonna hurt a lot more than when you fall off the horse.
It's gonna be deaf. How tall are they? How tall do you think the fall will be? How many feet?
Depends. Maybe like 10 feet, 15 feet.
It's a beautiful.
Is it everything you hoped for?
It's got its ups and downs. You can't deny that view.
That's from earlier in the show?
That is, yeah. From like episode 2.
We don't have to do this.
Whoa, Joel.
I want you to know that.
What do you mean? What else are we supposed to do?
Nothing. We just go back to Tommy's. We forget about the whole damn thing.
You just went through all this.
After all we've been through.
Yeah, you tell him.
Everything I've done. And when we're done, we'll go wherever you want. Tommy's, Sheep Ranch, the moon. I'll follow you anywhere you go.
Joel got attached.
That was beautiful. That's so nice.
I'll go wherever you go.
But there's no halfway with this.
No half measures. Shout out Mike Ehrmantraut. Joel wanting a U-turn is crazy. From wanting to leave her to now being like, let's just go. Let's not do this.
He's been changed because
Of the journey.
of and now how the connection he feels with her now, you know?
Yeah.
Better at stitching you up than I was.
It was me. I was the guy who shot and missed.
Oh, he tried to off himself on the second day. Oh, that's wild.
Is that not in the game?
No. No.
Went to pull the trigger. I flinched. Still don't know why.
That had to be like God saving him for a greater purpose.
So time heals all wounds, I guess.
It wasn't time that did it.
Aww.
It was you.
Aww, look at the way they're looking at each other. They know.
People are making apocalypse jokes like there's no tomorrow. Too soon?
No, it's topical. That's a 3 out of 10.
7
I'll
minutes.
give it a 5. 5 out of 10.
Turn around. Caught lacking.
Every time she has a stupid joke book out, this kind of thing happens. Right? No?
Oh. Wow, we went to white instead of black usually. Usually when they knock you out, they go
Yeah, they are
black.
concussed though, so.
No, it's different.
Nice. That's where we want to be.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Fireflies. See? You got hit pretty hard.
What up,
survived.
Marlene?
Not even a scratch. She's mostly worried about you.
Why did he get smacked in the head then?
He thinks that the cordyceps in Ellie has grown with her since birth.
Why is she in surgery?
It produces a kind of chemical messenger. It makes normal cordyceps think that she's cordyceps. It's why she's immune.
Vaccine.
So the intro really showed us that Marlene does not care about Ellie at all.
That's not true.
She was kind of like emotionless when she went and killed her.
Cordyceps grows inside the
She
brain.
was very emotional.
I don't know.
Cordyceps grow inside the brain, though.
Yeah.
You take me to her. You take me to her right now.
So you think she doesn't care about her?
It seems like that.
I was there when she was born, Joel. I promised her mother that I would save her child. I promised. I'm the only one who understands.
Yeah, you don't understand how the journey has changed us.
Walk him out to the highway. Leave him there with his pack. Give him this. If he tries anything, shoot him.
You really gonna give me her knife as a remembrance?
He's gonna come back with the knife and kill them all with it. He's about to lose number 2. 0 for 2?
We should not be giving daughters to Joel. Like, she is the vaccine, right? But they're gonna have to kill her to make the vaccine. What would you do?
Yeah, it's very easy to say that you should kill her.
Yeah.
Greatest good for the greatest number.
It's all in the numbers, right? It's all numbers game.
It's just an ethical dilemma.
Said, keep walking. Fuck you. I don't have time for this.
All right, Joel. Okay.
Okay. Let me get a little drink here first.
Oh, I'm loving the soundtrack. I am loving the soundtrack. Kind of reminds me of Hans Zimmer. He's giving Hans Zimmer vibes.
He's gotta kill him. Yeah.
Joe is on a rampage!
That's so rough. You gotta kill him.
He's
Like,
on a rampage!
you cannot leave that guy.
Dude, these people are trying to make a vaccine to save humanity.
Okay, this is.
The soundtrack's from the game. I absolutely love it.
The final boss. Oh, the animals.
That's a great shot.
He's not even checking his corners.
No, he's set on one mission. Hey guys, so Marlene just told me that the surgery is actually off. You can trust
Where's
me.
Marlene at?
You can fully trust me.
I won't let you take her.
What if they're like, yeah, we already got the cure and she's fine, and he just killed everybody?
Unfortunately, that was never going to be the case. That would have been absolutely insane.
Yeah, right.
That would have been
Like
absolutely
he
insane.
just murdered all these people. Is she gonna be mad? Oh, you think she's gonna be mad? Oh.
You think she's going to be mad?
Because that was the mission. She just said
Yeah, she did tell him that.
that was the
This
mission,
had to mean
and
something.
He just abandoned it.
No matter how many people you
Dude,
kill,
dude,
he's gonna grow up,
dude.
Joel.
Why are you pausing?
He's standing in. This is the same exact situation with Sarah. Someone's pointing the gun at him, and he's holding his daughter like this.
Alex got so excited that he paused the entire. No, hold on.
I'm
I just want
saying-
people to
I'm
know
just
how
saying that was
excited he just got
That's a
about
cool
this.
parallel.
It
It's
is.
literally the same exact thing.
Yes,
He's holding her
yes.
again.
It's the first time ever we're watching a show. Alex pauses to make a point. I love that. I love that you got so excited about that.
She's torn apart by infected or murdered by raiders. Because she lives in a broken world that you could have saved.
But it isn't for you to decide.
Or you. Because I think she'd want to do what's right.
What did they ask her?
Even after what you've done, we can still find a way.
Turns out there's a whole lot more like you. People that are immune. Dozens of them. The doctors, they couldn't make any of it work. They've actually... They've stopped looking for a cure.
He's got quick draw or what?
Raiders attacked the hospital. I barely got you out of there. We'll find you some new ones on the way.
He had a whole story
This is
planned.
a crazy story, buddy.
Yeah, there's a A lot of leaps have to be taken to believe
There
that.
are some people hurt, yeah.
Let me go.
You've just come after her.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm so happy they did that. Joel's mental state is scaring me.
Like this all the time.
It is. He's acting a little weird. She knows he's lying, right? Like, they got a crazy setup going.
Yeah.
Is that bigger? That's definitely bigger, huh?
We've never seen like a bird eye view, I guess.
My best friend was there, and she got bit too. We didn't know what to do, and she says, "You can just wait it out." And then she did. And I had to. She was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
That's not on you.
I know.
Look, sometimes things don't work out the way we hope. You find something new to fight for. And maybe that's not what you
Swear to
want.
me. Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
Go ahead, Joel. Go ahead. Swear. Pinky
I
promise.
swear.
Yep.
Okay.
So she's
Cut to black. Ooh, we have so much to talk about. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm gonna let you start off with this. So, what do you
So,
thoughts?
what do I think?
thoughts
What do I
on The Last of Us finale and the show? You know,
Yeah, that was short. I mean, I guess it did the job.
I think as a finale and every important story beat from the game that I wanted to see here, they executed. They did well.
They hit
However,
all the main points.
I do wish the episode was a bit longer to give those moments breathing room. Because it did feel like, even though I was excited for these moments and they were happening, they were kind of rushed through. And I wish this episode was a little bit longer to let those moments breathe and let us experience
it was
those moments
nonstop,
more.
just one thing to the next. Yeah.
Especially right when we got to the hospital, right? It just goes.
It's like, okay, here you are. You're just happening. Now you're leaving. And
Yes.
now you're killing everybody.
Well, to be
Now you're
fair,
leaving again. I mean,
that's the game. You know, you rampage through the hospital as Joel. You kill everybody. So yes, where I think they could have used some breathing room is when he gets to the hospital and Marlene is kind of breaking this down to him, and he comes to this realization that what he has to do. I think kind of rushed through that a little bit right into the rampage, where I'm like, I don't know, he could have given that a little bit more breathing room. And then when he executes Marlene as well. Anyways, what did you think about how, what happened with the vaccine? what we've all been kind of leading to.
oh man, yeah, that's a huge ethical dilemma. Utilitarianism, like the greatest good for the greatest number, is the idea, right? And Joel obviously is not a believer. Ellie, again, I guess the best thing was that Ellie should have the choice. Marlene would be like, okay, we have to do a surgery in your brain and you will die.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose, do you want to save everybody or do you want to stay alive? I mean, like, she should have the choice, right?
Yep.
So I guess they're both wrong. They're wrong for not giving her the choice. Joel just murdered everybody. And also, now there's like less of a chance of saving everybody with a vaccine. But
it's his daughter.
It's
what if it was your daughter?
It's a human life. I don't know. It should be her choice.
It is a human.
It should 100% be her choice.
You would leave it to your daughter?
Okay, well, I can't say that. I don't have a daughter. I don't know what it feels
I know.
like.
I know. It's
like.
tough. It's tough for me to put that question, right? Right, like you, like, oh, man. Plus, it's not only one daughter. He already lost one, so he can't bring himself to lose another one. It's not only the fact that he's about to lose this one, but the fact that he lost another. And
yeah.
I love the addition of the fact that he tried to commit suicide after Sarah, and it emphasized more how much Ellie meant to him when he told her, when she's like, time heals everything. He was like, it wasn't time.
That's good. Yeah, but if she really meant that much, he has to tell her the truth. Like, how are you going to go lie to her after all that? You can't go lie to her. Like, and then be like, I swear.
Did he lie more?
He had the perfect chance to come clean.
Did he lie?
Perfect chance to come
more.
clean. Like, now she is just being just manipulated by everybody. Like, she wasn't given a choice at the hospital, and now Joel's not really giving her a choice to decide.
Nope.
You know.
I want to kind of reel back to the beginning of the story and say that The Last of Us ending, when I experienced it in the game and when I experienced it in the show, is one of the most complex endings I have ever witnessed. Because when I first experienced it, my mind was boggled, being like, what decision would I, like we're sitting right now debating, like, what decision would you make, right? Because it's not an easy decision. The vaccine for his daughter, but also you start to think about the entire journey going back. For example, in episode 2, the way Tess goes out, what does Tess say to him? She says, get her to the Fireflies, you have to make this vaccine, promise me that you'll make this vaccine. He takes her, never lives up to that promise, never makes the vaccine.
They were there.
Yeah.
They were literally there.
Also, in the show, she does try to save Sam with her blood, remember that? And in the next episode, when they were like doing a campfire thing, she sat there being like, I mean, maybe that's not how that works, but we have to get this vaccine going because I need this vaccine. I need my immunity to mean something. She feels like her being immune and not nobody else being immune. She feels like she's responsible to save everybody. So then that goes into this. And then the bonding of the two. You know, Joel in the beginning was like, I don't want to deal with this kid. And then throughout the journey, you see him start loving her more and more as his own daughter. And then it kind of all leads into just the way the culmination of all of it into this final chapter of this story is so well done. On both fronts.
Yeah, because let's say, you know, Tess dies. Their relationship at that point, let's say they get straight to where they need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Joel has no issue just leaving her, taking the money. Taking the money or whatever, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, here, the journey completely changed them. And, shout out to Pedro, because at this stage, I said, I'm worried for Joel's mental state. Because the man kind of becomes psychotic. The man becomes very psychotic, and he's scary. Like when he straight up point blank executes Marlene while she's begging for her life, and he's like, nope, you just come after her. It's like, okay, Joel, sure, yeah.
So he's just like so locked in, like one track mind.
Yeah.
It's just like Ellie, Ellie,
yes.
Ellie, yeah.
And then when they're hiking, he just murdered everybody a few hours ago, and he's sitting there like all being buddy, like he didn't just murder the entire hospital. Like, bro, is that not on your mind, buddy? Like, what's up? Also,
he's already shown his brutality before, though. One
of the inclusions that I like in the shootout, which obviously you don't get in the game because everybody's shooting back at you, there's a small scene where the guy puts his gun down and he's like, I'm surrendering, and he still fucking shoots him. I thought that sold.
Yeah, because you go past him, he picks the gun up and shoots you. I don't know.
Yeah, that for me sold his brutality and his focus on the mission more. When the guy was like, I'm just surrendering, I'm good, and he just still point blank shoots him. This is the Joel that I've been waiting for the entire season.
You saw some of it.
We saw some of it in these last 2 episodes with the interrogation scene and this rampage. I wish we got a little bit more of that.
He had to genuinely care about her, though, to push him to that point.
Okay,
as true. Saw, true. You know?
I had a feeling. Okay, so this in the beginning, I said how I couldn't say some things earlier. Now I'm gonna go back to episode 6, which is my least favorite episode, and in that episode, there's a scene which is acted wonderfully where Pedro and his brother are in a barn, and that's when he asks his brother to take Ellie off his hands.
Yeah.
I don't like what that scene did for Joel.
Oh, they're in the shoe repair place.
Yes. And Joel basically breaks down to his brother, and he's like, I'm too old, I'm too deaf, I'm too slow, please take this girl off my hands. And in my head, I'm thinking, this man is supposed to rampage an entire hospital at the end of this season.
Oh, yeah, it's in there.
And what he's setting up for himself, I don't like how they were setting up his character. I was like, if he's basically saying I'm ass at everything now, I'm not the same person I was 5 years, because he says 5 years ago I would have destroyed that kid, but like now I'm like, too deaf, too slow, whatever. I was thinking to myself, well, that kind of undersells what he's gonna do in the future. Like, I'm supposed to believe that this man is gonna rampage an entire hospital, but in this episode, he's saying how he's too old and too slow to do anything and to protect this girl. And I'm like, this man is supposed to...
Again, I feel like that is more almost like his confidence. Like he still has the ability to do it, and he just has to have that inspiration to bring that out.
Yeah. No, I think you raised a really good point about the inspiration part that I didn't think about. But I took it very literally when he was like...
No, yeah,
I took it very literally.
I still agree with it.
So in that episode, I said how I don't like what they were doing to Joel because I knew for the future what he would have to do. And I was like, well, the Joel that they're setting up here, I don't know if he's... maybe he has a skill set to do it, but I don't think he's capable enough to take on this entire hospital that's going to be shooting back at him. Like... I don't know. And I mean, they did it.
They weren't all shooting back.
They did it. They ultimately did it. Yes.
Yeah, the little montage is cool.
I wish it was like just a very tiny bit long. Just a very tiny bit,
like a little more developed. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some scenes that it just feels like they could have been a little bit longer. This episode felt like it was trying to like get through every moment, like give you the moments that you want to see.
They ran out of
and be like, we're done.
They ran out of budget.
Okay, so here's the thing. So online, I saw a couple of arguments. I want to talk about the budget thing real quick. People online have been talking about the fact that there actually wasn't that many zombies in this movie. In this show.
I was going to say that as well. I was going to say that too. Is that okay? You go.
I put it down to two things. One was... Yes, one of them is money. The other one is, through all the interviews and stuff, the clips that I've seen, they always talk about how they wanted to really focus on the human stories to build them. I was going to say that. Which, I mean, they did it well, but I kind of wish they weren't... Like, obviously, I kind of wish some of that attention went a little bit to action and zombies. Just a very tiny portion, not too much. But I also feel like, budget-wise, the zombies of The Last of Us are very complex. The makeup... the visual effects that it would take to generate a lot of clickers. I don't know how much budget they had to do this.
They put it all into the one episode.
They only had one bloater. They had one bloater in this entire show. And that bloater feels like they were like, here, you know this big monster from the game? Here, have a bloater.
I agree with that. I would have liked to have seen more. More of the zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. It's about the people in a apocalyptic like show like this. It's like you're really like analyzing how people will behave. Like this episode perfectly shows when faced with this dilemma, what are people gonna do? And this is a very valid choice of action, I think. Like even though it's as fucked up as it is, like I mean, yeah. If he has that connection with her, then yeah, I mean...
It's all about building relationships also, right?
Yeah.
Like, they want to spend more time building the human relationships so you care more about them. But at certain points, I wish maybe one or two action scenes, just small ones, nothing too crazy. I'm not asking for, like, big explosions, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some episodes are kind of short. This is the shortest one. This is probably shortest.
This is the shortest one. What's up with that? I have to go back to what I said in the last episode. What's up with the timing of these episodes? That's my biggest complaint about the show.
They got shorter and shorter.
They got shorter and shorter. The first episode, you're like, oh my god, hour 20 minutes, whatever. Like these are how long each episode's gonna be. We're gonna be fully invested in them. And then they would get shorter and shorter. Bill and Frank had an hour and 20-minute episode to themselves.
Yeah,
and then after that,
they could have
every episode just got shorter and shorter.
Opened up the last few. I think they could have been a little longer.
Yeah,
just like yeah. I think more zombies would have been cool. But
yeah, I think Breathing Room is pretty much because they still they didn't miss a single important thing. It's not like they skipped through some things to get to where they wanted. They still showed you all the important parts of the story. But when we get to those parts, they fly through them, and I'm like, give them some more breathing room a little bit. Let's settle in that moment a little bit. Experience
pacing,
it more.
I guess
pacing could have been better.
Could have been a little bit better of a balance because you don't want the show to be too slow, but like at times it just kind of I guess moves too quick. Like you could have had a little bit more of a break here and there, but
it becomes very obvious that they were like drama over action, which makes sense because if you want action, just go play the game. Like, you're going to go play the game and you're going to experience the action yourself. So maybe that was their thought process, being like, if people really want action, they could just go play the game and be in the action themselves.
Yeah.
It's just also, it's very confusing of how do you translate gameplay action into a show and make it make sense story-wise.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to for us to sit here and watch this guy go around like a building and kill everybody in the building. Like,
no, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't. Oh,
Which at times I think they did well.
He didn't throw a single brick or a bottle. You really couldn't give us one of those moments, just a very tiny moment of Pedro like throwing a brick or a bottle at somebody. You couldn't have given us that. Come on, is it too much to ask for?
Molotovs too.
Didn't throw a single Molotov as well. Yeah, what's up with that? Molotovs would have been too expensive too. Animator, whatever.
Just make a real one.
Just make a real one and throw it at a stuntman. Sure.
Yeah.
They have that. They have the suits for stuntmen to like wear that for fire. This show was never going to be better than the game. The base case scenario for the show was it was going to be only as good as the game, because the game's like a 10 out of 10, right? The story is really good, and plus
the stories that drives it in the show. I mean, it's all the story.
Yeah. Yeah. And plus, like in the game, it's always going to be better because you're experiencing the story, but you're also playing the story, so you're having more fun. Or I guess it depends who you're talking to. Maybe gamers wouldn't agree with that, right? But if you're playing the game, you're having more fun because you're invested in the story. So the base case scenario for the show, it was going to be as good as the game if that happened.
And you don't think it was?
I'm not saying the show is bad. No, I think the show is very good. Very good.
I agree with that.
I think the show is very good.
Very good rating.
Yeah, very good. Honestly, put 2 and 2 together, I'm picking the game version. I already said I like Joel in the game better than Pedro's Joel. Again, not saying Pedro is bad. Pedro is actually fantastic in the show. But picking that over that, you know what I mean? It's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, I'm curious if it'd be different if you were in my shoes. Let's say I go play the game now, and I'm just curious if like the order that you do it in matters too. You know, because
the order of
because for me, experiencing the story like this,
mm-hmm.
the shock factor of Henry and Sam killing himself, you know, and like with David, that insane stuff. Like this episode was insane. Like the surprise and like the, you know, of seeing the story for the first time is different for me because I'm just seeing it. You know, this is how I know it.
Well, that's why we did this reaction like this.
Yeah,
it's
interesting to have
really fun,
the different perspectives.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just curious how if your opinion would be different if you did it in the opposite order. If you saw a show and then you went and played the game, I don't know.
I honestly think the factor of I keep bringing up the factor of being in the game will always make it better for you because again the story, it's the same, maybe even better at times. So you're experiencing the same story. But now you have the plus factor of you're in the story, you're playing the game. So I think if you also haven't played the game and you're wondering the same thing as Alex, I think you're going to have more fun with the game because you're playing it. It's always fun to play video games. It's just nature of video games.
Yeah, like you're getting the same story.
Yeah, you're getting the same story, which did some elements better. Than this.
You get like Easter eggs, and you get a little bit more depth.
The only thing you don't get in the game is Bill and Frank. You don't get their story. You get Bill, sure. That's literally the only thing you don't get. Which I actually want to go back to what you said in the beginning. You said how your coworkers said that they heard some people say it's a so-so episode. So
I said mixed
feelings.
Mixed. I don't know.
I think I haven't seen the reviews or what people have been saying about it, but I think if I look at it, a lot of people will agree that it's probably time. A lot of people probably agree with us that it's time-based that the problem was, but. I really wonder how non-gamers feel about this decision.
Yeah, I want to see the breakdown of who thinks what.
How do you feel? You went through this entire journey, and then at the end we don't get the vaccine, and he lies to her, and that's how the show ends, and he kills everybody.
Does it end the same? Does the game end the same exact way?
Exact same way.
Conversation.
Exact same way.
Like, okay.
She says okay, and then boom, cut the title.
Nice.
And the title.
Nice.
Exact same way.
I like it because it's not straightforward, and it's not like. It's not. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be a happy ending. I didn't think they were really going to get the vaccine, but I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah. So they get greenlit for a season 2, which
I saw that it's going to be more than one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't finished game 2 yet, but from my friends that I heard, that have finished the game, they're saying that the game is twice as long as the first game. Which made the creators say that they think the second game's story is going to be covered in multiple seasons.
Yeah, which I think is good. Based on the way this went, there's no way they'd be able to cover a longer game in this amount of time. Because this was too short for this game, apparently. The way we think, yeah. But
no. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even a decent amount into the second game, but oh man, I'm already dreading season 2. Oh god. You think you're gonna?
I just really,
You think by the time of season 2, you're gonna play the first game and the second game? I don't know.
I gotta buy.
I know you're a very
PC.
busy man.
We'll see. We'll see when I get time. You know?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's just the show's not about the zombies. The show is about like how you live with the zombies and how you interact with other people and how people react to the situation they're put in. You know.
Yep.
And yeah, the whole show is just a bunch of.
It's 20 years after the zombie apocalypse happened, which we see a lot of communities already be built and kind of sustain themselves nicely.
Yeah.
It's not the Walking Dead world where they're like trying to find every new community every single time because no community gets a time to rev up, you know? Like Fedra has all these quarantine zones that are, even though they're under dictatorships, they're still set up like decently, you know? And then we have Tommy's place.
Yeah, they're safe spaces. Yeah,
like they're safe spaces. Okay, but here's my question, right?
Yeah, but that's still like government. Tommy's place is communism. Yeah, but
here's my question. How do you feel about this? The fact that there are less zombies in the show, do you feel like that ruined your thought process of how desperately they need the vaccine? 20 years passed, right? Kansas City had zombies underground. They had no zombies up, right? So
yeah, that was like a temporary.
Like how desperately do they
like
actually
Tommy's people? You know, you live up north where it's cold. The fungus it doesn't do as well in the cold.
Yeah, I actually wonder about that too. That's that.
No, that's a thing.
That's how that works.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't do as well in the cold. Yeah, I saw there's like a clip somewhere. You see like a frozen zombie at some point in the games. But anyways,
you do, yes.
Yeah, like Tommy's place, like. They were, I don't know if they said anything about it, but it didn't seem like they had any issues with the zombies. Like you can live like that without the vaccine and be fine.
Like the lack of zombies makes you think about really how desperately does this world need the vaccine? Because everybody seems to be. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe more action scenes with zombies would have sold us more on the fact that shit, these zombies are actually a big problem,
like,
and we know
like the zombies themselves are like extremely dangerous. Like even the regular ones are like super fast. They're like, I mean, they're like pretty brutal.
Yeah, they're pretty scary.
But yeah, like we didn't. Kansas City, like we saw the giant mob, like that was like scary.
And then for 2 episodes, no zombies.
Yeah, no zombies at all. And like I'm just trying to think about the rest of the show. Oh, in the beginning, like when Tess died, that was like a lot of zombies in that city. But there's definitely areas like Tommy's place where they don't have to worry about it at all. Yeah. I
also just thought of another issue with the show is the fact that they often utilize the tactic of tell and not show. There will be multiple moments where characters would say something like about their past or something, but not show it. Like
you want to see more,
especially earlier. Joel would be like,
flashbacks?
no, not more flashbacks, just in general, just about their lives and stuff. Earlier, Joel would always say things, or people would say things about Joel about how badass he is and brutal he is, but then they would not show it until later, which also made me think that I was like, because I knew this hospital thing was coming up. As I started to become slightly frustrated with Joel, I was like, maybe they're just saving all the big action for him to take out in the hospital. Which, I mean, I guess they did do that. But
for someone like me, just watching the show, for me, that's you kind of see a big twist because you're not expecting that because I haven't seen him doing that the whole game.
Yep.
So in the show, when I see him go nuts and murder everybody, that's even.
But are you not sitting here and thinking like, wait, where was this the entire time? How was this man capable of doing that? You're not thinking that? Like
no, because
where does the skill set come from?
The way I'm thinking about it is like I said before, the motivation.
Okay.
His skill set, he already had the skill set, but it's just like the drive to go ahead and like follow through and just cold blooded just kill everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
But just besides that, there were a few moments in the show where they would like tell you something about the world, but then not really show it. I mean, I hate going back to this, but going back to episode 6, I remember when Tommy and Joe were talking, and he was like, "Where is this lab?" And he was like in Eastern Colorado, and he was like, "How can I make the trip? Like, how far is the trip? Like, can I make it alive?" He's like, "Yeah, well, along the way you might run into raiders and blah 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 blah." Skipped right to it. They're there already.
It was like a few. You see them bonding on the way there.
They didn't run into any problems. They didn't run into anybody. Like,
just like throw some zombies.
Yeah,
in there. I don't know.
Exactly.
Ellie can get bit as much as she wants. Like, she'll be fine.
What's your favorite moment?
Oh,
We did this with House of Dragon.
I'm just trying to rethink the whole story.
Favorite episode, maybe moment is.
I really love the beginning.
The first episode.
I really love the beginning.
That's a really good.
I always
really
like The Walking Dead. I like that too. I just love.
Yeah, you love seeing the collapse
and
of
seeing
society.
the chaos. It's so good.
It's
so good.
It was a really good episode.
Deal with it, and like no one knows what's going on, and like I really like that.
It's a really good episode. Yeah, it was a very strong start. It was a very strong. Yeah. My favorite episode was probably the last one, the David arc. I thought that was really good.
That was just so disturbing.
It's so intense and so gross and dirty, and it's just
like that was really good. Henry and Sam.
It's just the last
was really good.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I think this one was good. Even though
this one's pretty good. This one's pretty good.
Even though it was short, I still liked it. Like,
yeah.
I really like the show.
Bella Ramsey was kind of on par with the Ellie from the game, where I think Pedro Pascal's Joel was lower than Joel in the game.
It's just like the way they
It's just the match, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Every episode, I'd be like, Bella Ramsey's killing it. Her Ellie's great, and I'd be like, I don't know about Pedro's Joel. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think
Pedro was.
I think they wanted to save it.
Pedro's acting was great, but some of the things they were doing his character, I was like, I don't know.
I think they wanted to save it in the show. I really think they wanted to save it for later on. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to save it for the rampage.
They tease you a little bit last episode, and this one, he just goes off.
He has fully lost his mind. The man has lost his mind.
That conversation at the end is.
It's the small talk for me. It's after he murders everybody, the small talk of being like, you and my daughter would have been like besties. Like I didn't just murder everybody in cold blood.
She does not care at all.
Do you have any one prediction for season 2? Just any small tiny one.
I said before, but she's obviously gonna figure out the truth at some point, and that's gonna be a whole big thing.
Okay.
But I think in the end, they're still gonna be together.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, don't say it. Well, you didn't finish the game anyway, so.
Nope.
You don't know how it ends, right? You don't know how it ends.
No, I don't. And we're gonna leave it.
I'm curious if that's like a finite conclusion.
And we're gonna leave it at that.
Does one of them die?
Oh man, we have to wait till like 2 years at least. They said that they might start filming this later this year, so the earliest we might have to wait is late 2024. The latest is 2025.
2025, I think. Yeah. No way. Yeah.
If you enjoyed our reaction of The Last of Us, I had a blast talking about the entire show here at the end, because now I can finally say everything without tiptoeing around things to save you from spoilers. Now that we finally reached the end of this, this was a really fun experience. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our reactions. Leave your thoughts down in the comments. If you haven't played the game, what did you think about the ending? Would you want like a really happy ending? Did it throw you off? Are you mad that there's no vaccine at the end of the day, no rainbow? And if you have played the game, what do you think? How'd they do?
Last thing I'll say.
Go ahead.
This whole game, the arc was getting the vaccine.
Yep.
And then whoop.
Yep.
Okay,
and now we're back.
And then now what? Like he just said at the end, he's like, "It's fine sometimes if you don't know where you're going."
And now we're chilling, bro. We're back with Tommy. What can I say? So yeah, make sure to leave a like. Check us out my videos, and we'll see you guys next time. We're still planning on doing the Mandalorian. We'll be there eventually. Yeah, we're not done with Pedro actually. We're coming back for you, Pedro. So, I'll see you guys later. Peace.